Hey, Silent Snake. Welcome. Yeah, I want to do like this. The Eagle of Winter Moon deck is the only tier 1 deck I've played. Then I started like screwing around with things like Coyotls and the Blood Moon deck. So I wanted to give another like tier 1 powerful deck a try before the format changes with Set 4's release. I'm gonna keep this. This hand's really good if we draw a Blood in the first 2 turns here. Play this on 1, grab a Blood. So if we draw Blood next turn, we get to just like do the Inquisition Fentio curve, which is just like the best curve this deck has. Like maybe Withering Touch, Inquisition Fentio is the more powerful curve, but like I don't think I can pass up the possibility of this. All right, we missed, which is unfortunate. We can cast Kill, so like the hand is a little weak without being able to cast its spells, obviously, but the Kill is live. Yep. So you have a guy. All right, we drew the Blood 1 turn behind. So now the question becomes, what do I want to do here? I think... What's the upside? Is there upside to just like jamming Fentio here? Yeah, I'll jam Fentio. That's fine. If he's got a Ripple, he's got a Ripple. This gets it in under counter magic. Yep, he has a buck. We've got the Azure Fate already, so we have the combo assembled. We have enough life that I think I'm going to try and stick to Fentio one more time here. If it gets bounced again, I might do something else next turn instead of playing it for 5, but for now I think I'm going to replay it, and then if he bounces it again next turn, I'm going to Inquisition plus Kill. I'm not going to block here because he has a bunch of deal 2 and deal 3 damage cards in his deck. This lets him draw a card, but I think I'd rather try and have the Fentio live here. Yeah, that's great for us. And now we can go ahead and Inquisition him. Let's see what's going on. See if he has any of those burn spells. He does not. So that's let's go ahead and screenshot this. Figure out what we're taking. I think we're just supposed to take one of the Azure Fates. They're really good if they all stack up, and we're gonna like just get in under his counter magic with all of our stuff here. So yeah, so I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna kill this Mentalist that draws a card when it hits, and then I'm gonna pass the turn. So this gives him only 1 draw to hit a card that can burn this, so otherwise I get to block his Buccaneer in combat here. I mean, his hand's okay, except for the fact that I can't interact with this Fentio. So like, if we get a few activations out of this, it's gonna go south real quick. What a nice draw, asshole. God damn it. Oh, that's gross. One draw step. Hit it. That's really frustrating. That block is 100% correct there. It's super unfortunate. So he's got Sork, Suff, Verdict. He drew a Tunneler. All right, you know. I think I'm going to play this, and I think I'm just going to mill him. We'll see what we hit here, but probably just playing this and trying to mill him. Zenthos Inquisitor. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play this and try and hit some eggs.
Are you streaming?
Yep. Boys are sleeping. How'd you do?
All the questions were on the easy chapters for some reason.
That's good.
I guess. Like, leaving the end that I'm gonna go start on my next one, okay?
Okay, love you. So he only has 3 eggs in his deck, which is not great for us. We get to play Inquisitor next turn and draw 2 cards. He'll probably Verdict the Oracle Song. Alright, well, we get the Resolved Oracle Song at least. That's not bad either, I guess. Okay. Play the Inquisitor out, get this guy. Mono Tunnelers. You know, I almost think I just want to get Reese out as defense to like try and survive till we hit some eggs here. Yeah, I'm just going to play these guys out as defense and just like start generating some worker bots here. Yeah, I agree. That's your head went exactly where I went, and like he gets it in under his counter magic, and we've got our defense built up. So yeah, I think hardcast Reese sounds great. Makes the lethal one not be able to block, sure. If he hits a resource this turn, this line's a little bad. Because if he hits a resource, he can play Azure Fate and then activate his champion ability. But if he doesn't hit a resource this turn, he's kind of in trouble. So he's been pretty fortunate with the spells that he's drawn, but he's a little short screwed, so... Great. Oh, now we're the ones that's in trouble. Hopefully this is just bad. Please be bad. Please be bad. Please be bad. 4. That's really good. He gets to draw another card. Hey, look, more resources for us. So this is just like general like TCG Game Theory 101. Screw beats Flood almost every time. So oh, this costs 5, so it damages us and draws another card too. God, that's gross. We really need to hit some tarantulas at some point. I'm not dropping any frames. Opponent just has 7 cards in their hands, just like has a sorceress, a verdict. Casting the Reese was wrong. The turn I cast the Reese... Actually, you know what was wrong? I shouldn't have cast the Exarch of the Egg that turn. That's where everything went wrong. If I wouldn't have cast the Exarch of the Egg that turn, I could have counter-magicked the Azure Fate Sorceress, and then I could have played the Exarch of the Egg the following turn. Yeah, that would have been much better, because then this wouldn't come into play, and then this wouldn't have done damage to us, and then he wouldn't have drawn a card with that. So, definitely made some mistakes. We flooded out, but like I also made some mistakes. So like that's why you want to get better at a game. Like you can focus on saying like, oh, we drew a bunch of shards this game, but like in actuality, like I shouldn't have played this Exarch of the Egg the turn I played the Reese, because I definitely had 8 resources that turn, so I could have played Reese and held counter magic up. So if he was fortunate enough to finally draw his 4th shard, then we wouldn't have gotten punished by the Azure Fate resolving because we have counter magic. So that is where things went wrong. And again, we're just going to keep playing them out, because eventually we're going to get to 14 and draw another thing. Peace Waffle. So we're probably... We need to draw some spells. We're definitely losing this game right now. If he just has another Azure Fate Sorceress, we're just like dead after this. So if he has his 4th Azure Fate, because we Inquisitioned one of them. So if he has the 4th Azure Fate, we're dead this turn. I guess he could just have like Bolt too. Oh yeah, or that. Oh wait. This, okay, Resolve Reese. It doesn't deal damage to us because his Azure Fate costs 6. So getting to counter magic Azure Fate is great. So his hand is Suffocation Verdict. Second Ventio at some point would be great. We're likely just like dying to a bunch of burn off the top here, but we're gonna try. Our worker bot's getting to play defense is pretty good. His not being able to attack is great. I think he thought this was gonna kill us. Tarantula Egg. Yeah, Tarantula Egg. What do we want to kill? It's got to be the Machinist, even though it's little, right? Because like, I guess killing the Azure Fate is good because then we don't die to the 4th Azure Fate at some point, because the 4th Azure Fate is also going to cost 6 and it's going to trigger off of this one too. So yeah, I guess I have to kill that one, even though the rest of his guys, and I guess this triggers with his Rock Elemental still, because Rock Elemental costs 6. So yeah, the Tarantula is going to eat that. And I mean, we do have unblockable spiders in his deck from the Exarch of the Egg and a couple of our Vensilks. So, and there's 2 more Tarantula eggs in there. We got 1 Fentio activation before he peeled the crackling bolt off the top and killed it dead. Yeah, man, get your arcane focus. So again, we're just like trying to find. Even our counter magic isn't that great because he has a Suffocation and a Verdict. So I'm not even really sure what we're looking to draw. We're going to need to draw multiple spells in order to put together something relevant, because he has Arcane, or Verdict of the Ancient Kings, and Suffocate in his hand. Hopefully he just doesn't draw Burn, spends a lot of time thinking, and then eventually we beat him on time, because he's down 2 minutes on us now. I think I'm going to start shipping with the Tarantula. He can double block, but then we get to eat something. Yeah, that's free. Ship. Suffocation is a 4-cost counterspell that puts 2 eggs into the opponent's deck when it resolves. Puts 2 baby eggs. So like he could like trade with this, or he can trade with those. Yeah, that's fine. I guess this is bad if he has another Reese. Man, I'm pretty sure we would have won this game very easily if we would have not played this that one turn and held the counter magic up, because we'd be at like 12 more life right now, and he has another Reese. Okay. So now, if we draw counter magic this turn, we can force this Vampire Princess to and possibly start gaining some life. Relevant spell. Relevant spell. All right. So you're saying there's